Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another... What day is this coming out? I don't know. Whatever day this comes out on. Because I already forgot the updated schedule, so whatever day, I'll figure it out. Which means it's time for more Nozz watches the Arpeggio of Blue Steel. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, I'm running on painkillers at this point, dog. My spine is killing me, so let's hope this episode don't get me too worked up. In the last episode, we saw, hopefully not the end of the arc with Haruna and Kirishima, with Maki, because I really, really like that dynamic. And they rescued her, and Iona showed up at the end and just fucking annihilated the military. And the military was like, "No, I'll get you, Iona! I'll get you!" To which Iona's captain went, "How, though?" Because the army is a really shitty villain that offers zero threat, and the fog doesn't even... Yeah, so... continuing on with that aspect of the show that I don't like, but hey, now everybody's all together on one boat, and Takeo is in a fucking spooky secret base on Okinawa. So, that can only go well, right? And they're still delivering the dildo warhead to America. So that's fun. So let's get in here and let's see what they do, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, and go! Yeah, submarine! It's been a minute since we've hung out with the crew. What have they been up to? What have they been up to for a bit, you know? Like... Don't be racist. Imagine if Iona just turned to fucking face him and be like, wait, I'm supposed to do what? I zoned out, what? Maki's just having a good time. She's just like, what do you guys talk about? Mamoru, your nakamas! So, is this the secret island where Takeo was hanging out, or... No, gonna lie, my mind for names is gone right now. So who controls this dry dock? Is it something that they own, or is this run by the Navy? And if it is something they own, then why the fuck do they bother hanging out with the Navy at all? If they've had access to this dry dock the whole time. Okay, so if they've had access to this base the whole fucking time, Maki needs her bear. Yeah! Why did she say that one out loud? That must be very confusing for Maki. So, who runs this base? Why did they let Takeo in? And how does it function? Does she just have access to a fully automated base or something? Like, what's going on? So, alright. My girl made her own fucking docky, alright. This is very quickly escalated to, please no levels. Oh boy, alright. Okie doke. My girl just set herself up a fucking bedroom and just like, nah, I'm a spoon this fucking Dakimakura till he gets back. So is this just gonna be a thing? Gather boat waifus. Just gather as many boat waifus as you can and just bring them into the dry dock. My man just out here about to make his own fucking fleet of waifus. Did this game ever get a gacha? Or is it based off a gacha? Cause now I think about it, this anime would be perfect for that. You've got all these fucking, like, boat waifus that all meet different fucking aesthetics. The plot is very, very similar to Girls Frontline. And you've got this idea of a dry dock where you can stash more waifus. Like, I don't know, Chief. I don't know, Chief. I feel like this would be a very easily abused property to turn into a fucking gacha. Like they just take a step outside and it's like, so they've just what? What? Wait, so they turned Hyuga into the weird egg thing? Oh no, she still exists. She just chooses to be a weird egg. Okay, what the fuck? Why is she, what? So they killed her boat but kept her model. Okay, so what? But they blew up the boat though. Did she not have My girl was about to straight up eat out the lolly on the fucking deck. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So she made the mental model, like, after getting killed? But I am very confused. So Chihaya is just building a fucking, like, a fleet of waifus. And most of them don't even have boats anymore, I guess. So I am so fucking confused right now, dog. Gunzo-sama. Oh, she got her shit blown the fuck up. Alright then. So he's got a heavy battleship, three fast battleships, and a submarine. I. Hmm. Gr- My girl just wants a vibrator, dog. That's all she wants. The Maiden plug-in. Being a shy maiden is a fucking plug-in. Yeah, no one wants to hear her confess her feelings for a fucking lolly. Alright, so what's this boat? What's this boat? Is it another waifu to add to the fucking harem? Ah, the Gothic Onesama, I see how it is. A fine addition to my collection. Why is it that whenever these impressionable young female battleships run into humans that are relatively cute and attractive, they all get a massive, massive, massive amount of fucking boner lust? I'll never figure it out. That's a good point. I mean, why? Why would you abandon this base? This base is fucking baller as fuck. Yeah, why not just form a fleet? That way they don't have to argue. That way he wouldn't just be captain, he'd be admiral. And she'd still be under his direct command. If she goes back to the fog, she won't be able to perform her fucking lolicon. Just use the nanomaterials, everything they got to build as many extra boats as they can, set up a fleet, put Chihaya as admiral. Everyone gets what they want. Like, even if she specifically wants him inside her, I mean, who's to say the admiral couldn't go between boats depending on what the mission required? I'd argue a battleship would be arguably a better place to command from than a submarine anyway, but there you go. She... Okay, but how did you know what she needed for her leukemia medicine? How did you know? I mean, it's a very like fucking like convenient thing so that she's not gonna die of fucking organ failure, but still. I was gonna say, no, none of these fuckers have said itadakimasu. Like, Why is it that Iona is the mental model that's like the most stuck up? Even Haruna and Kirishima have fucking like developed more of a personality than Iona has. Is it because she's the protagonist boat? She's not allowed to have a personality? But she keeps touching my exhaust vents. It's kind of creepy. Like, I don't know, like, maybe it's just like she's like just the most dutiful, but it seems like Iona just doesn't fucking know anything. Oh no, Iona had like a slight stirring of emotion. Oh god, oh fuck. I mean, out of all of the boats, she would be the optimal flagship. I don't think Iona's capable of crying like that. Like the weakness of submarines, and bear in mind, I'm talking like traditional submarines. Like maybe these submarines, not so much, but like traditionally, a submarine couldn't serve as a flagship because you don't have the ability to see like the battlefield as well as like say a battleship would. But also they tend to be a little bit lighter armed. A flagship you want to be heavily armed, decently like maneuverable, but also have a clear like vision over the battlefield. Like Iona, like if when she goes under, she is very deadly, yes, but she also is reliant almost entirely on her radar. Radar can be fooled, as we've established multiple times. You are guns. Like literally it. You guys are just fucking living weapons. Weapons that can lust for dick, but still weapons. And nice to see that this base just has a nice artificial beach where they can just hang out. Like, it's a really good thing that the fog doesn't have fucking aerial reconnaissance planes. She's gonna go take a swim, bitch. The fuck you think she's doing? I think she's mad. Okay, that's really bad. Like, that is. Yeah, no, that is really dumb. I think Gunzo knows that she lusts for his dick and that she wouldn't rejoin the fog, but that's still like a really fucking dangerous assumption to make. Holy fuck. Like she's not even like Iona dead ass like dead ass like she is the biggest security risk like there because she is only there because she was ordered to, not because she wants to be. Not gonna lie, like if I was in Gunzo's position, like I would straight up I would make the fleet. I'd offer Takeo position as flagship, and I would control Iona from a distance using radio, and maybe leave my crew on board her just like so they can do what they do. But like having a boat that is there because she wants to be, fucking that'd be Whew, that'd be a lot safer of a fucking bet. Why do you need to abandon this base? I haven't heard, like, an actual good reason yet. But you're giving it to America. The nation whose fucking main motto it might as well be, we don't negotiate with terrorists. Like, all the more reason to have a fucking safe hideaway where you can let the fucking heat die down, you dumb bitch. And more sea stars. Like, her enjoyment of sea stars is just about the only fucking thing Iona has that, like, borders on a personality. Because you were told to. Literally it. America's like, hey, what's good with y'all? Like, y'all stopped talking to us like 30 years ago. Everything's going Gucci over here. We had to shoot some dumbass boats, but nothing bad's going down. Because let's be honest, with America's military spending, this shit, especially if they've got no land forces and they got no land forces, they got no air forces. Now, the fog could not take a country like America, because America could basically produce everything it fucking needs. Like, it's actually kind of ridiculous. Congo should just respond with, fucking yes! Yeah, there you go! She's like, we are weapons, we were designed for a purpose, we follow orders, you dumb bitch. Like, I understand the fucking the philosophy of the conversation, but, like, still. They are literally machines designed for war and set on a fucking path. Like, come the fuck on. What is friendship? I only understand gun. What a bitch. Damn, I can't believe Kirishima is a fucking snitch. You gotta hammer those out on the next production line, girl. Okay, I feel like... Okay, I feel like maybe... Like, fucking... Her being in there is, like, and set, like, is maybe not the best idea. Emotions are the tremors of imperfection. So you send the one that's, like marking the fuck out and stole a grand piano. I don't know about that one. Okay, and also... There's our reason. It took until the end of the fucking episode, we finally got a reason why they're abandoning the base. Is because the fucking fog knows where it is. Was that so fucking hard to fucking tell us? Holy shit. Like, all they had to say is like, oh yeah, there's a good chance by bringing these two chucklefucks here, like, our base is just fucking known. So we gotta peace out. Like, was it that hard? Like, Like, I'm glad we got the information, but man, the order matters. Uh, I mean, also, it probably would have given the people a chance to, like, prepare for it. Like, oh yeah, no, like, fucking, there's gonna be boats coming to fucking murder us in, like, let's say, like, a day and a half. So, was this in the ending before? Because, like, I remember the ending before was, like, all of the mental models reaching up to each other and, like, falling down. But, like, now it's the boats. Was I just not paying attention? Like, when did that change? When did that shit change? Oh boy. Okay. So this show's still good, by the way. Show's still good. The Japanese the Japanese government still makes for a poor villain. Uh, I do appreciate the fact that they're attempting to make the Fog a little bit more of an effective villain, but the fact that they still come across, maybe this is just like me, like, I don't know, me having just dumb, but the Fog still comes across as a force of nature to me rather than anything, like a wild animal. Like Congo is out there being like, oh, like, we follow orders, we do this, the emotions are a tremor of imperfection. Like, it makes Congo come across as a villain, but only her. All of the rest of the boats, not so much. Like, I think the closest one that comes to, like, having an actual antagonistic, like, streak is Congo and maybe that other one with the piano, but, like, the Fog as a whole, no. Like, Congo's gonna be, like, a villain for maybe, like, an arc, and then she's gonna fucking either die or be turned into a waifu, and then that'll be the end of it. Like, I do appreciate that they're making the attempt, and maybe they'll be able to turn it around so the Fog doesn't just come across as what it is, like, by the end of it, but I don't think they're gonna be able to do it, because the Fog has been set up too hard to just be like, yeah, no, the ocean's full of boats to just kill humans on sight, but don't really fuck with things on land. Like, that's not a villain. That is a fucking ocean-wide hurricane. That is the ocean turning into acid. Like, it is a force of nature. I do think that this show probably, like, was the show a gotcha thing? Because, like, that does come across. Like, every single fucking ship they've defeated, like, has come back to be a waifu, even retroactively. Like, fucking Hyuga. We heard about her in, like, the second episode, and then it's like, and she's here, it's like, aha, she was a waifu the whole time, you idiots! Like, they're just collecting. And, oh, it's kind of weird. I mean, I do like the show so far, definitely. It just feels like there's a little bit of internal logic that's being lost, along the way. Like, we got to get the vibration warhead to America. Okay, go do it. Also, like, we're collecting all the ship ladies because we're apparently just de facto making a fleet, despite the fact that Chihaya has not brought that up yet. Like, the ships are competing for who gets to be flagship and who gets to hang out with Iona. Like, I don't know. Like, it's like this weird interpersonal drama between fucking formerly murderous boat women. It's kind of weird. But it does work though. It does work. It's not Shakespeare by any fucking stretch of the imagination, but it works. It's fun. It's nice. I like it. Definitely, this show does suffer from a lack of proper antagonists, and I'm hoping that Congo can fill that spot. This late in, I feel like it's not going to be super doable, but fighting her and fighting the piano girl, I feel like they could salvage that aspect towards the end, and it might actually come across as like actually giving our boys a challenge, because like the fight against Haruna and Kirishima, Like, they even say, like, oh yeah, that was fuck. Like, we might have actually just fucking died if we hadn't... If we hadn't, like, got, like, the hits in we did, we would have just fucking died. Like, and then, like, you know, like, and that's pretty neat. And now they're actually fighting, like, an actual proper fleet. That's kinda neat. That's kinda fun. And I'm wondering if Takeo is going to be able to actually, you know, help out. Or if Kirishima and Haruna might be able to do something. Because, like, how fucking cool would it be if, like, they, like, Takeo and Iona are, like, fighting in the fight, and, like, Haruna and Kirishima are, like, elsewhere. And then, like, at the end, it's just, like, Hyuga, Kirishima, and fucking, Haruna just fucking blitz out on, like, newly built fast battleships and just come to save the day. That'd be rad as fuck, but I doubt they have enough nanomaterials to actually do it in that base. And if they did have that much nanomaterials, abandoning that would be a fucking stupid idea. Yeah. Show good. Show not perfect. Like, definitely, like, this show is, like, it's remaining around, like, an 8 out of 10 for me. Like, you know, like, it's not perfect, but it's fun. And I get to watch the cool boats fight. It's good. It's neat. I think the only thing that kind of, like, bugs me, and by the way, this is not, like, a weakness of the show, it is a personal preference thing. I do wish that the boats did not have, like, these really weird superpowers, like, in their boat forms. I kind of wish that they functioned along the limitations and advantages of their specific types. So, like, Iona should be really, 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 really good at, like, ship killing. But, like, have, like, the weaknesses that submarines do. So, like, she's got to surface every now and again, and when she does surface, she is fucked. You know, like that's the thing. Like, I actually had to, like, double check with research. Like, modern day submarines, they could stay underwater for fucking ages. Like, not forever, but, like, functionally. But, like, the World War II submarines that she's based off, they could stay underwater for a decent while, but more often than not, they would need to surface at least once or twice during a mission to kind of, like, refill shit. And that is where a lot of U-boats did get fucked. So, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like maybe the show should incorporate more of that. Just, like, Iona's just, like, going, like, bam, 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 and then Iona's like, attention captain, we've taken, such and such damage, or, like, such time limit is up, we need to surface. We need to surface for about 5 minutes to regain our shit, or some shit. Like, I don't know the very specifics of how these boats work, so, like, it would need to be adjusted, but, like, follow me on this. You know, and so they would have to surface, and they would need to maneuver on the surface as much as they can while doing what they need to do, and then they can go under. And that would be the thing. That would be, like, the tense moment. Like, shit, they can't really do all that much on the surface. What they gonna do? And then you would have, like, ships like Takeo, who's, like, a heavy cruiser. Like, she's big and she's easily hit, but she could take so many fucking hits. It's ridiculous. And she's got, like, probably, like, all this tech that, like, blows everything out the water, like the advanced radar and, like, all this shit. And then you got, like, the fast battleships that are, like, fucking just... this is not how boats work. I'm using it to make a point. Just in relative to everyone else, just initial D'ing around the fight, you know? Like, I don't know, I feel like the way that this world is set up and the way this technology is presented, like, Takeo can go underwater, she can function underwater, so could, like, Kirishima and the other ones. Like, it feels like these boats, like, their differences in classifications literally, like, mean nothing. Like, a submarine can mount a gravity cannon. Like, they're not mounted with one by default, but they can mount one. Fucking a heavy battlecruiser mounts a gravity cannon. Fast battleships can mount gravity cannons, but they're weaker gravity cannons, so when they team up, they can pair together to make an even bigger gravity cannon that fucking blows everything up. Like the difference in classification does not seem to matter all that much. Like, their speeds and their abilities and their armaments, like, it does not feel like there's a noticeable difference. Like, maybe there is, and it just hasn't, like, come up, but it feels like they're all armed with the same shit. And they all have the same capabilities. I don't know, that's kind of... I don't know, bro, that's kind of cringe. it's kind of cringe. I don't know, but yeah, that's just like the main weakness. Like the main weakness of the show is like there is not enough differentiation between the types of boats, and the antagonist is pretty weak. Everything else is fucking good as shit though. Like straight up, like honestly, it's probably why the Harana and Kirishima arc with Maki like is my favorite fucking bit. Like because like you are so far divorced from all that shit that it doesn't really matter. But yeah, there you go. That's what I think about the show. Pretty good, 8 out of 10 so far. Let me know what you thought of this down there in the comments. Whether you like the show, you dislike the show, or you want to bring up something I left out, because that's entirely possible. Oh boy. Remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, share social media, tell your friends, hit the share button down below, and if you want, you can always support me on Patreon, which is linked down there in the description. And on the end card, on the list of all the people to keep the show up and running. If you do support me on Patreon, big thanks. Basically keeping the channel alive, because, oh boy, we live in fun times. And even if you don't have the ability to support me on Patreon, or you don't want to, sharing the video where you can helps a whole bunch. Thank you. Anyway, so, yeah, I'll see you in the next video, but most importantly of all, become a trash mammal today. And I will see you a